And we're back to
what's the name of your show?
Keeping It Real with Candace. All right, YouTube, we're back for part 2. Again, a lot of these topics that we hit on are broad topics, and you can probably talk about it all day. But Cynthia brought up the topic of toxic relationships. Okay, so I wanted to do a part 2, and we may do a part 3 to see how far we delve into the situation. So Cynthia was going over the physical, the emotional, the mental side of things and how it can affect you in a relationship. So what I wanted to ask about, what about how positive relationship, once you come out of the toxic land, then you go into either, you be single for a little while, you get yourself back together, and then you end up in a relationship that brings positivity. So how does a positive relationship counteract a toxic one?
It's hard to really describe it. I mean, but it's all for the best. It's all for the better. And to be honest, that once you're in this toxic relationship, it's not so easy to bounce out.
Okay.
And to think that there is someone out there. Mm-hmm. Not to say that you're going to look for someone, but some people, when they get out of toxic relationships, they're scarred. Mm-hmm. And so they start to think that everyone's against them. Okay. So that if there is someone out there that's willing to love you and bring you into a positive relationship, it's kind of hard because your guard's up. Mm. And you have to think about it like this. It's hard to try to rebuild and find that person that you were before you entered that toxic relationship.
Mm. Girl, you in there. You in there. So Cynthia was stating that you can be scarred, because I'm taking notes in my mind. So coming from a bad relationship, it can kind of taint your view on, hey, do I ever want to be in a relationship again? Do I ever want to be married again? Do I even just want a friend or be in a friendship with anybody again? Because it's kind of like, when you hurt yourself and then the skin has to heal, and what's left? A scar. Mm-hmm. So, but you have to make a decision in your mind. Am I willing to take a leap of faith and say, hey, not every person is the same and not every person is bad. I don't ever want to teach my children, or anybody shouldn't teach their children all people are bad just because you come out of a relationship, because it's not true. God can always send you somebody else that will be better and that will cater to you, and you cater to that person. And even if some people do change, like, some people be together for a long time and they part, and then things go on in that person's lives, and then when they come back together, they're actually a changed person. So it's always hope in that too.
Yeah, but some lessons have to give each other. You have to give each other room to grow.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's what I was saying. Growth.
Yeah, because it's like at the end of the day, if it's people that have known to be broken for years, and then we get back together, it's the same thing,
right?
And it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about trying to be happy, whether you're alone, mm-hmm. or whether you're with someone, right? Whether they're the same gender, whether they're not the same gender. Mm-hmm. It's all about trying to be happy with yourself and be happy with this other person.
Right. So then that goes into having a peace and a joy with who you are and who you are within God. So in my mind, only God can really give you that peace.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like you as an individual saying, I have found my peace. Whether I'm with somebody or not, I'm going to be all right.
But you have to do that first.
Right.
Because once you discover the love that God has for you, right, and you rebuild that love and you drill it back into yourself, because you got to understand, when you're in a toxic relationship, all the love is gone.
Right.
All the love is gone. You don't feel like you love yourself. You don't feel like nobody else loves you. You feel like everyone else is against you. And at the end of the day, it's until you find that God loves you, mm-hmm. only then can you really, really love yourself. Mm-hmm. And then you can see, look, this is who I am and this is what I have to offer.
Right.
Whether I'm by myself or whether I'm with someone.
That's good, Sam.
And people mess up a lot, because they sit right there and they think to themselves, whenever they're going through these toxic relationships, they think to themselves, it's embarrassing. I'm the only one going through this.
And it ain't true.
And I need to solve this myself. And sometimes God put people in your life to help you through your situations. So if you got somebody in your family,
right,
they want to beat them up, sometimes you gotta
little goon on the side.
You
got some goons.
Mm-hmm.
Help you out.
But sometimes you gotta distance yourself from it. Yeah. And it's hard, but it's just a mental state, because at the end of the day, when you convince yourself the type of person that you want that person to be, that's what caused you to actually stay with them longer.
Okay, see, you hit on it. It's you.
Yeah.
It's your mental, it's your mind. You've made up in your mind stating, okay, I see the potential. Everybody else don't see it. But I know there's purpose in this person, and it drives you to try to make them be somebody that they're not. It's like, it's a kind of way of manipulating and controlling a person's life. Yeah. A little bit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I know I can turn him in if he dress this way, if he talk this way, if he do this way, or she do this way, he do this way. You know, it's kind of like a form of control a little bit. And you don't want to control anybody's life, try to make them be somebody that they don't want to be. Let them be who exactly they are, because you don't want nobody doing it to you.
But if you before you get in a relationship with this person, and if you see already from the jump that they are nasty, and that they're selfish, and not selfless, that right there is a sign telling you to leave it alone. Don't jump in there like, oh, my love can save you. No. no,
honey. Okay. It's a state my mom always said that eagles, a mother eagle, whenever she wants to encounter or engage with another male eagle, she'll drop a stick. And however the weight of the stick is, if he catches it, she knows that he's a selfless person. So she'll drop the weight of her child, or she'll drop the weight of her nest. And if he can catch it, then she'll know he's a selfless person and he really loves her and like her. So can you really catch the weight of somebody else's life and who they are?
Hell no.
She dropped that stick.
Hell no.
He dropped that stick. Can you catch it? Because then that says that you're in it for the long haul and you don't mind. And we all come with some type of baggage. You know, nobody's perfect. But is that baggage worth working with? And can y'all heal together? Can y'all grow together and become something, a unity? So I'm all about promoting. Once you're in a relationship and it's good, I promote, growing together, going up the ladder together, because relationships make the community better. You know what I mean? When you see people together for the long haul, because our children are looking at it. You know what I mean? Wow, Sin. Girl, you in there. You is in there on this topic. I am so glad you brought this topic up today.
I had to. And I'm not going to sit right here and bring up a topic unless I lived it. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there. So it's like at the end of the day, no one that could change the situation would be you,
Yeah.
And I've been to the point where, I even thought about committing suicide. But then I thought to myself,
wow.
Yeah, I thought to myself, if he not loving you, who the hell gonna love the kids?
Who love my babies like I can? Okay, you know what? I'm glad you said something about suicide. I think I want to do a suicide prevention thing. And if you want to be a part of it, I want to do like a more than one panel person.
Okay.
And we can talk about suicide because, I've kind of been I've never talked about it. I've been in myself too, 2 times I wanted to as well. But God, I'm still here. So guys, I would also like to hit on suicide prevention to see that it can help somebody else, especially like the younger generation. They are really doing it a whole lot. And some people will be so delved into a relationship that they want to kill themselves. They really love that person and it's not worth it. Or other things. So I think I want to read into that topic as well. Leave your comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about part 1, part 2. If you've been going through this yourself and this helps you, I hope that it does. Leave me in the questions. Sin will be back. I would like to bring her back on some more topics and subjects, and we can delve into it a little more. And I'm just all about people having empathetic and sympathetic, emotions towards people, and we care for folk. And again, like I said in my other video with my mom, is that we don't judge people because you never know what somebody is going through in their own home. So this is the end of the show. So I'm going to come back next week. I think I'm going to hit on military life with one of my coworkers, Kelly. So I wanted to get her view on that. But also, before I end the video, me and Cynthia need to get on our road and open our dance academy that we were supposed to open a long time ago. Anybody that knows knew that me and Cynthia dance majority of our whole life. So God gonna open that doors for us. So hopefully we can get connected to some more people in the community. So don't.
So since we're mentioning it,
dancers.
It was we were attempting to open an organization called Dance for Your Life. It is of course a dance studio, but it's a nonprofit. It allows kids of all ages to, come and express themselves in dance. The organization that we're trying to put together, it also has counseling services, and we wanted to offer like a feeding program for the kids too, and try to be like a home away from home too.
Pretty much.
So we're still working on it.
We're still working on it. And another thing is the way we gonna run our dance company. It might be a little military because I'm off of getting everybody, the young folk off the street, so that when they have somewhere to go, like kind of like an after school program. Once you get from school, you get on the van, on the bus, you come straight to the academy. Once you get in there, get your homework done, then we going straight into choreography. If you come in with an attitude, I'm gonna correct you. You gonna go back out the door, get yourself together, and come back in. I'm not playing. So,
yes, mama.
Okay.
Yes, mama.
We're gonna run that academy like it's supposed to be ran, and it's gonna be positive because when those kids go back home with their mom and their dad, they'll be like, "What's going on with my child?" They have changed. It's just not just gonna be a dance academy because me and Cynthia had an opportunity, but we missed it.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna miss it this time.
A
long time ago. But since we weren't able to live our dream, maybe some younger generations can live our dream out. And I just sit in the backstage and just watch.
And the good thing about it is that it's going to actually be a nonprofit. So I know you see a lot of dance studios out, a lot of dance studios with children, and all of them, they probably have to pay like fees, weekly fees. And sometimes your parents might want to put you in a dance class, but they don't have the money. And without organizations, it would allow them to do so.
Right.
It would allow kids to be able to dance. If that's your passion, it'll allow them to do that. Right. And we won't, charge your mom and your dad an arm and a leg. We won't charge them nothing. But at the end of the day, it all starts as an idea.
It starts, but it has to find a way for it to be fun. So that's coming out like with grants of people willing to donate. Even if a parent can help, we're not going to knock that, because we can't do it all by ourselves. So it would have to be a way that God would help to finance the situation. But yes, that is our dream, and it will manifest ourselves. This is just part of the end of the video. We done, y'all. We done. Okay. What's the name of the show?
Keeping It Real with Candace.
All right, YouTube family. See you later.